What's up, everybody? This is your Canadian Minnesotan friend John with another video. I've been doing a lot of night shifts, so I may be a little grumpy. All right, just a little warning. All right, but I'm sure you guys love it. All right, because I'm passionate and I want you guys to succeed. So, and I want to succeed as well. You know, win-win. We're gonna go over what we're seeing for the whole week and my opinion on it. And, I still remain the same opinion as my previous videos. You see how I'm staying consistent. You know, a lot of YouTubers are not consistent. They are confusing you. They're going both ways. Whatever the media says they're doing, and the media is extremely useless. And that's why I would suggest you don't watch those YouTubers that do that. Now, if there's YouTubers that stay on the same page, the same direction, those are the people to follow. But if it's just clickbait thumbnails, get away from those people. They're scam artists. So, and I don't care how popular they are or, they're scam artists. They're not useful in providing information and for you making the right decision in the market and buying assets and all these things. Okay, so I'm staying on the same page. I've been correct about a lot of the stuff that I said, even when the media and the YouTubers, the YouTube gurus said vice versa. I said the complete opposite. I said oil is risky, and I also said that this interest rate hike that they're predicting, it's not true. The media has made this seem like he is hawkish. I don't believe that's true. And what I mean by hawkish, because not everybody understands, is that he wants to higher interest rates. I don't think that's true at all. Okay, so what did we have today? Today's Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. I love Mondays. So ISM, okay? The results of that today were good, okay? They were good for the market. So the economy, the economy is apparently growing still. The results were 53.3%. And it has to be above 50% for there to be oh wow, the economy's growing. All that phony baloney stuff. All right, so and then I'll get to the important stuff. I'll explain this stuff a lot more because this is what's coming. So Tuesday, I don't believe there's really any importance to Tuesday. So what will happen most probably is that now the market's uncertain because of these results that they got. Tuesday is going to be an interesting day to watch. Because now we got good, oh wow, we got these economy results. They were decent. The economy's still growing. The economy hasn't been destroyed yet. So Tuesday is going to be a day where I'm not sure what's going to happen. It can go either way. It can go higher, it can go lower. And the reason I say this is because the market's unpredictable, especially with this information. Because the market has been receiving a lot of information in the past week with lower interest rates. They're like, oh wow, we're getting all this data that's coming out. Oh man, maybe he's going to lower interest rates. And then today happened, and oh wow, the economy is still there. It's still growing. Okay, but that's only for limited sectors. From my understanding. Now, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, please. I love to learn. So Wednesday, this is going to be an important day. This is going to be the day that you're going to see the market move. And you're going to want to have some money ready because you're going to see the market move. Now, here's a warning. The way the stock market operates is the stock market is a whole bunch of crackheads. Okay? This is the best way to explain it. A whole bunch of crackheads, And they're going to take every little word and they're going to interpret it and they're going to go one direction, okay? And I bet this is what's going to happen on Wednesday. So you want to have some money on the side and you want to get ready for whatever direction that the market is deciding that it's going to go towards. That's how I would play it. Now, of course, like I told you guys in my previous videos, I'm just, I started buying at 61. I had contracts for October because I guarantee you that the narrative with the interest rates is going to change by October for sure. And I believe it's going to be a lot higher than $61 by October. So, I'm buying these contracts, options. I'm getting into the options market and I'm buying some contracts for some calls on SLV, on the stock market. Okay, that's what I'm doing personally. Now, if you have more money on the side, this is going to be a very interesting day. So you want to be prepared for Wednesday. Wednesday's going to be very interesting. You know why? Because it's the Fed meetings minutes. Key event for the week. The minutes from the Fed's June meeting will be reviewed, analyzed, and will change the odds of a rate hike for the July 29th Fed meeting. Okay? Possibly. We don't know what's going to happen. The market is a crackhead. But I can guarantee you this. The narrative that they have out there right now on interest rate hikes will eventually change. Okay? That's my belief. I don't think they're going to do interest rate hikes. Look at our president. Look at what Kevin Warsh said when he got elected in. This is all the evidence that you need. I don't think they're going to be hiking interest rates. They do not care about inflation. What they care about is looking good. So remember that. So Wednesday, it can go either way though, because these people, they want to look good. And depending on how they want to look good, that will influence the market. And the market's filled with crackheads and they'll be like, oh, yeah, okay, they said this, so I'm going to go this direction. They said that, I'm going to go that direction. But you don't want to believe the market. You want to take advantage of these opportunities. If the market starts pricing in interest rate hikes, that will be a great buying time for gold and silver. A great buying time. This is the opportunity right now to get invested in gold and silver. And I don't care if it goes down from 61. I really don't care. I was telling people buy at 70. 70 is a great price. For what's going to happen in the future, you want to have some of your money in precious metals. That's my belief. I think if you want to play it safe, you want to hedge against inflation. You want some money in precious metals. You want some money in property. You want some money. You want to diversify with real assets, not things that I have this much money in my bank account. It's not real. And the system is changing. That's the reality. We don't know how it's going to change. There's a lot of theories out there on how it's going to change. But the reality is our currency is devaluing all the time. Our dollar is devaluing all the time. So you want to be prepared for anything that can happen. You want to protect yourself. So that's why I say gold and silver. And also, you'll probably make a lot of money when the market predicts differently. And it will happen. I guarantee you that. Okay? So this is another note that I wrote. And I write these notes. I'm very old school. I got a pen in my hand and a paper. I don't know if you guys know what that is. But anyways, I wrote some notes. There's currently a 21.9% chance that the Fed raises rates on July 29th. Now, if that changes with this day, depending on what happens, and my prediction is it will, because they don't want the stock market to go down. So I think it's going to change. I think the prediction that they have is going to change. And I think it's going to be good for stocks, and I think it's going to be good for gold and silver. So that's just my prediction. I could be completely wrong because I specifically said on Wednesday it can go either way. It really can. I look at this as a 50-50. But that's this is for this week. Long-term projection, I don't think that the narrative's going to stay the same way. Now, when is it going to change? I don't predict the markets, and you shouldn't either, and you shouldn't follow anyone that predicts the markets because they're phony baloney. Okay? So, and then Thursday is going to be an interesting day. So if we get good data with Wednesday, and the market changes their predictions on interest rates, Thursday is going to be home sales. Now, I see this as my prediction on this. I think home sales are going down. Okay? And I feel it. People are not buying homes as much. Now, compared to the last month, it is summertime, but home sales, my prediction, and I could be completely wrong about this one too, is going to be, maybe there's going to be, home sales are down, and the housing market's a big part of our economy. So, they might get more of an idea. The market may develop this idea that, there may be a possibility of interest rate cuts a lot more than we predicted. And then Friday, there's oil reporting. Okay? And, I don't have much information on the oil reporting. I'm not exactly sure, but, I'm not going to tell you guys anything because I don't want to give no misinformation. As you can tell, I'm very genuine with the way I do this. I'm not like, I know everything and this and that. No, you should do some research on the oil reporting. I should have done a lot more research here and wrote it down for you guys. Some notes on the oil reporting. So there's going to be some oil reporting. I'm sure that's going to affect the market. Just be aware of that. But I'm not focused on Friday. I'm focused on Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be the big day. Okay, that's where the market's going to be moving, and that's when you want to have cash on the side, because that's going to be, if the prediction for the interest rates change, there's going to be a big swing, and it could go either way, and that's where you make the money on these specific days. So you want to be aware for Wednesday. You want to have some money on the side. And whatever this market decides, this crackhead market decides, you want to be prepared and you want to be invested in the direction that the market's moving. Because now they're changing their predictions. The market's always thinking about the future. So on days like this is where you want to just hold back, wait. Okay, market movement down. Okay, I put some puts on something, you know what I mean? Or wait. Oh, market changed their opinion. Okay, it's going high. That's where you make your money. All right? So, I mean, this is like quick swing trades that you're doing when the market does that, okay? So, that's where you can make a lot of money. Now, hey, of course, if you don't want to play that, I get it. Because it's gambling. It's stupid, okay? It's not, but this is the game. You know what I mean? This is the game. This is how you make money in the game. Okay, so just a warning there. Now, my theory is no matter what, I don't believe the market's telling the truth, and I don't think the Federal Reserve's telling the truth, a better, accurate picture of the truth, and what they really want to do. And I don't think Trump, I just don't believe this stuff. It's all phony baloney to me. We got someone elected as Fed chairman that got elected by Trump. And, the last guy that was Fed chairman, Jerome Powell, got threatened and this and that for, just keeping rates the same. Okay? So, but he did a lot of quantitative easing, right? And Kevin Warsh has been doing quantitative easing. He's lied about his story that he told originally. His story that he told originally is he doesn't want to do quantitative easing. They have to do quantitative easing, okay? They have to. For a bond market and all this stuff, okay? They have to, okay? They love printing money. And our system needs it to function, you know what I mean? Like, we got to keep going because we're going downhill. We got to print to save us, print to save us, print to save us, print to save us, okay? So, what I would suggest is if you're a long-term investor, I would suggest to invest in silver this week, SLV, buy some shares on SLV. Because the reality is, on Friday with the oil reporting, it's going to affect the mining stocks. Okay, so you want to be aware of that. Mining stocks might go down, might go up 50-50 in my opinion. 50-50. So you want to be prepared for that. And when things go down for the mining sector, they go down hard. And that will be a buying opportunity there. You want to wait. You want to keep your cash for Friday to see what happens. Now, if you see the market going up, you buy into some mining stocks. They'll be good. But if the market, with the oil reporting showing a hurting or whatever, if the market decides to go down, that's going to be your buying opportunity as well. Okay? That's when you want to get invested. You want to just see how much down. And now you can even wait the week after. But my opinion is the week after, I'm not sure what's happening the week after. I'm not really paying attention to it right now. But, I think there's going to be, it's a 50-50 here for Friday and oil reporting, okay? 50-50. That's what I would say. If it comes bad, mining stocks go down. If it comes good, mining stocks go up. Okay, that's how I look at it. So it's 50-50. I would say wait for Wednesday. I would do a swing trade on Wednesday when the market changes their mind. They get a really clear idea on what's going to be, this is going to be like a changing moment in the market. And these are the greatest days to get invested. Because you'll understand what direction the market's going to be moving for a while until the next big event. Okay, so keep all this stuff in mind. Like I said, my theory is you will win if you invest in gold and silver, no matter what. Because the reality is, we keep money printing, we keep artificially low interest rates all the time. Our system is decaying. Okay, it's getting weaker, it's not getting stronger. So, gold and silver are the way to do it. Gold and silver are the way to do it. And everything else that I look at here, oil, tech stocks, all this other stuff in the economy right now is like a 50-50. You just don't know. And the time when you want to get invested in tech stocks and other industries is when there is a collapse, when the market, the crackhead, decides, tech stocks aren't so great after all, and then the market collapses. You don't want to get invested now. It's very high. Mining stocks right now for gold and silver themselves are at an amazing price. And the way you want to do this as an investor is get invested in things that are undervalued. That's the whole game. And also, I see it as a win-win. I don't think the market's telling the truth right now. I think the media has, manipulated people to believe that Kevin Warsh is such a great guy. He cares about inflation. He cares about all this stuff. I don't think he gives a damn about inflation. My opinion. But remember this, guys. The market is extremely unpredictable. And so be cautious. Be cautious on how you play this week. I know you'll make a lot of money on Wednesday when we get a lot more information. And when you see the market moving, you just wait. You sit by the side, you watch how the market moves. Oh, market's going up. Okay, I invest. And you see, and it'll be like a change. It'll be a change of mood. Right now, the market's like kind of figuring it out. All last week it was kind of figuring out. Like it got good information for interest rate cuts, so it went up, and then it kind of slowed down. And it was like that for a lot of the days last week. It went up because we got good information for interest rate cuts, and then it slowly went down. And silver is still at $62. Great buying opportunity. Okay, so you guys have a great day. I want to hear your opinions. You're all welcomed on this channel. Even if you want to insult me, call me a clown. If you have an opinion, your voice is heard here. I will be reading these comments. I get like 19 viewers, okay? I'm not a big shot here. But even if I became a big shot, I would love to read these comments. You're part of this community. You're part of this channel. So subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment, and get to know me. Okay? So you guys have a great day. Stay true to yourself.